Welcome back to Harry and Meghan TV, and today we're exploring the importance of peace and understanding within families, inspired by a personal experience that echoes challenges faced by our beloved Duke and Duchess of Sussex. It's a word that evokes warmth, love and a sense of belonging, but it can also be a source of tension, conflict and deep-seated pain. We long for harmony within our families, for that idyllic picture of togetherness. Often we find ourselves stepping into the role of peacemaker, trying to smooth over disagreements and maintain a sense of equilibrium. But what happens when our efforts backfire? What happens when the pursuit of peace comes at the expense of our own well-being? Princess Kate, for all her grace and poise, navigates a complex family web. Her role is not just as a wife and mother, but also as a mediator and a symbol of stability within the royal family. She must balance her personal feelings with her public duties, always maintaining a composed exterior. The tension between Prince William and Prince Harry has been highly publicised, with Kate often seen as a mediating force. She is frequently caught in the middle, trying to bridge the gap between the two brothers. Her efforts to foster reconciliation are a testament to her dedication to family unity. She is photographed at events with both brothers, a serene smile on her face. This smile, however, often masks the underlying complexities and emotional strains she must be feeling. Her ability to maintain this facade is a skill honed over years of public service. It's a delicate dance, trying to maintain a sense of unity while respecting individual choices and boundaries. Kate's role requires her to be empathetic and understanding, yet firm and resolute. She must navigate the fine line between supporting her husband and acknowledging the individuality of each family member. We can only imagine the emotional toll this must take. The constant pressure to mediate and maintain harmony can be exhausting. Yet Kate continues to fulfill her duties with grace and resilience, embodying the strength and composure expected of a royal. The pressure to keep the peace, to present a united front, can be immense. Despite the challenges, Kate remains a pillar of support for the royal family, demonstrating an unwavering commitment to her role. Meghan, too, has felt the weight of that expectation, the expectation to be the one who holds everything together, to be the glue in a world that often feels like it's falling apart. Growing up, she was often the mediator in her family, the one who tried to bridge the divides and soothe hurt feelings. It was a role she took on willingly, believing it was her responsibility to keep the peace. She tried to bridge the divides and soothe hurt feelings. Meghan believed that if she could just find the right words, the right approach, she could fix everything. She thought she could be the balm to heal all wounds. Meghan remembers one particularly heated argument between her parents. It was one of those moments that seemed to come out of nowhere, but in reality had been building up for a long time. It escalated quickly, voices raised, accusations flying back and forth. The tension in the room was palpable, and she could feel her heart racing as she tried to think of a way to intervene. Meghan stepped in, trying to reason with them, to find a compromise. She thought that if she could just get them to see each other's perspectives, they would calm down and find common ground. But her efforts only seemed to make things worse. Instead of calming down, they both turned their frustration towards her. They turned on her, accusing her of taking sides, of not understanding. It was as if all the anger they had for each other was now directed at her. She realized that sometimes, no matter how hard you try, you can't fix everything. And that's okay. It's important to recognize your own limits and to understand that some conflicts are beyond your control. This experience taught her the importance of self-care and the need to sometimes step back and let others work through their issues on their own. Family dynamics are complex, and our ability to influence them is limited. Each family member brings their own set of experiences, emotions and perspectives to the table. These differences can sometimes lead to misunderstandings and conflicts, making it challenging to maintain harmony. We can't control other people's choices, no matter how much we love them. It's a hard truth to accept, especially when we see our loved ones making decisions that we believe are not in their best interest. But trying to impose our will on them often leads to more tension and resentment. Trying to force peace can be like trying to fit puzzle pieces together that don't belong. It can create more frustration and disconnection. Instead, we need to recognize that each piece of the puzzle has its own place and time to fit in. It creates more friction, more resistance. When we push too hard for resolution, we often end up pushing people further away. It's important to approach these situations with patience and understanding, allowing time for healing and reconciliation. Each person in a family system has their own history, their own wounds, and their own way of coping. These individual differences can sometimes clash, but they also offer opportunities for growth and deeper connection if we approach them with empathy and openness. This brings us to the idea of self-care and boundary setting, concepts that are often misconstrued as selfish or uncaring. In reality, they are essential for maintaining our own well-being, especially within challenging family dynamics. When we prioritize our own peace, we are better equipped to show up for our loved ones in healthy and sustainable ways. This can mean setting limits on contact, saying no to gatherings that feel draining, or opting out of conversations that are likely to become heated. It's about recognizing our own needs and making choices that honor them. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's decision to step back from their roles within the royal family, while controversial, offers a powerful example of prioritizing personal well-being. They faced intense scrutiny and criticism, yet they held firm in their commitment to creating a healthier and more peaceful life for themselves and their children. Their choice reminds us that sometimes the most courageous and loving act is to walk away from situations that compromise our peace. It's about recognizing that our well-being matters, and that it's okay to choose ourselves even when it's difficult. This doesn't mean we abandon our families or give up on them entirely. It simply means we shift our focus from trying to fix or change them to taking care of ourselves. We can still love them, support them from a distance, and be there for them in ways that feel healthy and sustainable for us. Stepping back can provide the space needed for healing, both for ourselves and for our relationships. It allows for perspective, for reflection, and for the possibility of re-engagement from a place of greater peace and understanding. Prioritizing our own peace is not selfish. It's an act of radical self-love. It's about recognizing that we deserve to live lives free from constant conflict and emotional turmoil. It's about choosing to break free from unhealthy patterns and create boundaries that protect our well-being. And sometimes it's about having the courage to walk away, not out of anger or resentment, but out of love for ourselves and a deep desire for peace. The stories of public figures like Princess Kate and Prince Harry, while vastly different from our own, offer a glimpse into the universal challenges of family dynamics and personal growth. They remind us that even those with privilege and status grapple with conflict, disappointment, and the complexities of human relationships and emotions. Their experiences, while highly publicized, can offer a sense of solidarity, reminding us that we are not alone in our struggles and triumphs. Family life is messy and complicated. There will be disagreements, hurt feelings, and moments of profound disappointment. But within that messiness, there's also love, laughter, and the enduring strength of shared history. We don't need to have all the answers, and we certainly don't need to carry the burden of fixing everything. Let's release ourselves from the impossible expectation of perfect harmony and embrace the beautiful, messy reality of family life. Let's prioritize our own peace and in doing so create space for healing, understanding, and perhaps even a deeper, more authentic sense of connection. As we reflect on these lessons, they remind us all that it's okay to seek peace within ourselves, even when others may not understand our choices. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to subscribe, like and share. Also stay positive and uplifted as we continue celebrating Harry and Meghan's inspiring story here on Harry and Meghan TV.